In the early 2000s, scientists observed a lightning discharge that produces X-rays containing high-energy photons, the same ones used for medical imaging. Researchers have been able to recreate this phenomenon in the lab, but have not been able to fully explain how or why lightning produces X-rays. Now, 2 decades later, a Penn State-led team has discovered a new physical mechanism that explains the naturally occurring X-rays associated with lightning activity in Earth's atmosphere. They published their results today in Geophysical Research Letters. The team's finding may also shed light on another phenomenon: the small shock sometimes felt when a metal doorknob is touched. It occurs when voltage difference is created between body and conductor, called spark discharge. In a series of laboratory experiments in the 1960s, scientists discovered that spark discharges produced X-rays, just like lightning. More than 60 years later, scientists are still conducting laboratory experiments to better understand the mechanism underlying this process. According to lead author Victor Pasko, Penn State professor of electrical engineering, researchers created simulations and models to explain the TGF observations, but there is a mismatch between simulated and real dimensions. Pasko and his team mathematically modeled the TGF phenomenon to better understand how it might occur in the observed compact space. The simulations are all very large, often several kilometers in diameter, and the community currently having trouble reconciling this to actual observations, because lightning is so compact when it spreads, Pasko said, explaining that the space channel of lightning typically a few centimeters in scale. With electrical discharge activity that produces X-rays that expand up to 100 meters at the ends of these channels in extreme cases. It has been a puzzle until now. Since we work with very small volumes, it may also have implications for spark discharge laboratory experiments that have been going on since the 1960s. Pasko said they developed explanation for how an electric field raises the number of electrons and guided phenomenon. As electrons experience acceleration, they disperse into the individual atoms that make up air. As the electrons move, most of them go forward as they gain energy and multiply in a manner similar to a snow avalanche, causing them to produce more electrons. The electrons avalanche produce X-rays, which blast photons backwards and produce new electrons. From here on, the question we wanted to answer mathematically was, what is the electric field you have apply replicate this? Shoot enough X-rays backwards enough allow amplification of these selected electrons. Mathematical modeling established a threshold for the electric field, according to Pasko, confirming the feedback mechanism that amplifies electron avalanches when X-rays emitted by electrons go backwards and produce new electrons.